today, Philip?
We're going to be learning Bruce Lee's martial art of choice, Wing Chun. It's a lot of fun. It's very brutal, so hold on to your butts. Do it.
All right, let's get started.
All right, so Wing Chun, it's all about the center line. I think you're going to be very familiar with this because really all martial arts is pretty simple, right? So as Bruce Lee said, we only have 2 hands and 2 feet, right? So the center line is very important. Now, one of the main things in a lot of different martial arts, you're experiencing karate, of course, right?
Kempo karate.
So I know just sort of basically a lot of the blocks tend to be very hard, very intense, and it's good because it really damages the opponent's limbs, right? So an example, give me a karate block of anything. Yeah, for example. So in Wing Chun, it's just a little bit different methodology.
Right.
We actually don't want to push it away too far. All right, so if she throws a punch at my center line, say my face, we want it to just miss. As you can see what's happening, then it allows me to go into the center line and just attack, rib cage, whatever. So it's just a different methodology because it was actually created by a woman.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's not, what if someone's, 7 foot tall brute? You're probably not going to be able to push their arm out.
Right.
So with that in mind,
the strikes.
Right, exactly. So it's pretty cool. And it's probably pretty similar in some ways.
Filipino armies mixed with Kempo karate
Mm-hmm.
is pretty much how I grew up with some hand-to-hand combat.
Awesome.
And that kind of mixes in with that. So we do Huba drills, kind of like what we did in our fight scene.
Seems very similar to some
Yeah.
Wing Chun stuff,
Yeah.
which we'll get into. All right, so let's show her this really nasty, Wing Chun is very mean, I warn you guys, all right? So cover your eyes if you have to.
I'm actually surprised by that. I
Yeah?
mean, I love Bruce Lee, love him. But yeah, I'm actually surprised by the whole brutal thing because I wouldn't think that.
It's pretty dirty. You'll see why in a second.
Ip Man looked pretty dirty though, so.
Yeah, and that's pure Wing Chun,
Yeah.
right? So, and fascinatingly enough, Ip Man's son taught my teacher. So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Let's do this. So let's teach her the sort of basic methodology of Wing Chun. So let's just have you do it to me first slowly.
Okay.
And it's pretty dangerous stuff, as you can tell, throat and eyes and everything. So
Sure.
let's just have her throw anything to my center line. So like I said, you want to go, of course I'm going to rip this, but you want to go just enough. So any hand you want, okay? So say I do this. It allows me to come right in. And I can go straight to her face, straight to her throat like this. We can kind of, any sort of strike works, all right? So of course you could strike the throat. I like this because we're gonna lead in to another little segment here that I think you're gonna love and you're gonna kill it. So I come in like this and sorry to smash her face like this. And then as you can see, I'm in nice and tight. So from here we have a lot of options. You can keep this trapped. You can do this like we did yesterday in our fight scene. You can grab like this, elbow to the eyeball, to the eye socket. But for a sort of finisher that I love is, once you're inside, you're gonna step through and you're gonna step on the back of her knee here. And what you wanna do is, we're not gonna do it for real, it's quite rude, is you wanna smash their kneecap on the ground and just shatter the patellar tendon, absolute annihilation. And from there, you can take them down to the ground. So we're gonna work through this. It takes about 1 second to do if you do it for real, so.
Why don't we show them from the other side?
Perfect. So I think you threw this arm, you want to keep it consistent? She comes in and I'm just right here. As you can see, I'm kind of sticking to this and it's passing through. It's a term we call fajing in sort of kung fu terms. And this is the difference between the karate strike. It's kind of like, it's this.
Right.
And you can say it's not a push. It's sort of like, picture this flying out at light speed and it sticks, but then I'm kind of just like here. I'm not pushing, I'm not giving, I'm just feeling it out, whatever she's doing. And that allows me to kind of get right inside and do this. Could be a punch, but I love this because it really messes up your balance and you kind of disorient. You come in, and it hurts and it's bad and you can do this. And we like to call this the smashing pumpkin. So after you smash the kneecap, you would take their head and just full force smash their skull in the concrete.
Backwards.
Yes, just
wow.
As you go down. So it's really hard to demonstrate without mats, but we're gonna try.
I would have not thought of that.
Yeah, it's
this was the technique.
Like I said, it's very mean. So please, if you're training with friends, you can't just do it. You have to be very careful. As you can see, we're both trained, and you have to be easy. So we'll try and do it a little more, and then you can just kill me. You can do it for real. Just kidding. All right, so she punches like this, and we're inside. Okay, and then I'm gonna step on the back of her kneecap. I'll just step past, so I don't do it for real. She's down here, and then again, you have this great options. You can punch her in the throat. It's just very open. You can hold this, punch her in the throat, elbow down to the face, and then from here, just smash it down again. Look, her whole body's contorted. Yep. I'm probably at a frame you can follow with the 1DX, so just lay down so you don't die. Okay, and from here, you could be like this. I mean, this all happens in like half a second. From here, you have all these options. You can do everybody's favorite move, the chain punch. You can grab her head. Elbow, we like to do this, keep this here so she kind of is hard for me to punch. Yeah. And you can just curb stomp them and go home. You know, walk away. So we're gonna teach you how to do that.
And
I'll help you.
I'm dead now, so.
Like I said, it's just rude. It's terrible. And it's funny, in the movies it tends to be very, you know, like beautiful, which it still is Wing Chun, but you're not gonna pose like this. Yeah. You're not gonna do this.
So it's really cool, because this is very similar to Kempo Karate. We have a lot of techniques that go along the lines of breaking down the knee, boom.
Yeah. Finish it quick like that.
Ed Parker's Kempo Karate, American Kempo Karate.
Awesome.
That's kind of what goes into like the street fighting as well. And now, just before he starts teaching me a little bit more, I want to clarify to you guys, because I know I'm going to have some comment warriors who are like, well, it's not going to work in real life. Okay, listen, dude. Here's the thing. Either you practice and prepare, or you don't. So what do you expect?
Yeah. Also, listen.
So it's so much better to practice something. No, it's not going to go like that in a fight. You're not going to do that exact technique in a fight on the street. It's not going to happen like that. But isn't it better to train?
Yeah.
Isn't it better to train than to not train? What? Okay, I'm going to go train and street fight people. Okay, go die on the street. That's what happens. So this is why we do techniques, guys. For those of you guys who don't know and you're commenting, well, that's not going to happen on the street because I know you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're probably still going to do it even after you watch this.
Disturbance in the force. Yes.
You still have to practice. You still have to practice.
And also note that this is just one close quarters methodology.
Absolutely.
Like you should train a lot of different stuff.
Exactly.
Like I don't just train Wing Chun.
Exactly.
I was just in China training probably 10 different martial arts. It's just interesting if you find yourself, maybe you're boxing, maybe you're doing whatever, and you find yourself on the inside like that. It's like, ooh, remember that thing we did? And you just have that strike. So it could be one piece of it. Maybe you're on the ground and they fell. Ooh, I remember that. So it's not going to be clean, but just it's nice to learn different techniques.
And eventually, as you get through these techniques and do these techniques over and over and over, when you do get in that situation where maybe you catch their punch just in time, then you know what to do.
Totally.
And you're not just fumbling and discombobulated fighting. You have a little general idea because your body takes over and it knows what to do.
Totally.
Don't try to get in a street fight. It's how you die.
Yes.
It's not fun. It's not something that you joke around about. That's why when people are like, well, it's not going to work for a street fight. I don't want to get in a street fight.
You don't want to.
I don't want to get stabbed. I don't want to get my head slammed into the concrete. I don't want that. Why would I do that?
Yeah, this is worst case
scenario. This is preventing that. We don't want that. Okay, so I'm ready to learn. Let's do this.
Notice again, I did a palm strike because in a street fight we don't have the luxury of boxing gloves. So you will probably break your hand if you punch somebody's chin. It's just bone, right? So palm strike's a good choice. Let's show her this technique. So the Fa Jing I described, let's just practice doing that for you. Okay, so this is sort of the feeling you want. So why don't you just throw some punches at me and you can feel it. You feel that? It's not a push.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, I'm there. Catch. And then like, you want to keep your guard up just like any martial art. You can do boxing even, whatever feels good, right? But the main thing is you want to be able to move into the center line when she throws. So she throws the next one. And I'm here like this, straight inside. It's pretty similar to a lot of martial arts, honestly, that part. And from here you have your options. You could even just do this. You could even strike her if it's open like that. So just, let's get her to that first step. So I'm going to throw some slow punches. Let's just get that feeling down. Very nice. As you can see, she's not pushing away. She's also not being too soft. It's kind of this weird mix where it connects as fast as it can, and then she's ready. Yeah, very nice. And then watch, if I follow through more, see what happens? It makes me want to go like this, which is good for her on the inside, right? So why don't you try throwing out that palm strike now, nice and slow. Good, and just try to step in.
So am I going underneath?
Slightly, yeah. So try to step in slightly, and you're gonna just crank the head here. Very nice. And then as you can see, the further you go, it just totally wrecks my balance.
Absolutely.
Because it's unexpected too. Wing Chun is very ballsy, as you can see. Like you just have to go. The cool thing is if you're on the center line, you mess up, just keep going. So let's try again. Very nice. Now, let's try the second step. Okay. She can do an elbow to my face if you want to do that one. And the cool thing is two-way power. If you're a smaller person...
You're about to die.
Thanks for not killing me. If you're a smaller person, you may not be that strong. You can pull their head in. It's very important, right? Since we were saying if it's a big guy.
For sure.
So this time, here we go. She's going to come in.
One.
And then she can grab the back of my head with this hand, actually.
This hand.
And then just...
So following that limb.
Yeah, follow it right in.
Boom.
And look at that. It's cool because look, my hand's kind of trapped. I can grab her, I can do stuff, but I don't have a lot of leverage.
And if I really get in there.
Yeah, and look, she's so close, I can't really generate too much power from this hand, and it's very quick.
Right.
So I can't, really, I don't have the torque to hit her in the rib cage. So let's try it again. It all happens very fast.
1,
Boom.
2, boom.
Very nice. And now let's try that next step where you're going to step past and stomp my kneecap. So to just demonstrate, you're here, you kind of just step up, and then
got it.
It would really hurt their knee on the ground. So let's see what we can do.
So 1.
She's going to step with this.
5. We're going to take the elbow out.
You can do it if you want. So elbow, boom. And then she's going to step
here,
with this leg past. Yeah, right on the back of the knee, straight down to the ground.
Boom.
Boom. And then from here, the smashing pumpkins, as we call it.
So I would step back in.
In real life, you would just crush their knee and stand.
So I'm just right here. I'm literally just on the
really
left.
mean, yeah.
So from here, I take that head and I just go straight
smash it down. And you can even just with this palm, just push straight down. So we'll release the legs. I can do it and not break my knee. But yeah, you can now push down.
And
boom. And then the cool thing, like I said, if you trap this, you can just stomp in my face. Yeah. And then at this point, you can do whatever martial art you want, right?
Yeah.
I'm just totally compromised.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't really matter. Thank you. What you do. So anyway, just a cool little sequence. The main thing about Wing Chun, though, it's very idea-based martial art. As you can see, you kind of do a bunch of stuff. There's no real sequence. Like you don't have to do the elbow. You could do that punch. You could do something else. You can leave it out completely. You could kick this side of the leg. Like it's a very adaptive martial art. So.
And what I learned, at least from Filipino arnis and weapons training and Kempo karate, is that the more that you can get in the flow of different strikes, different locks, different applications, getting in different positions, the more you'll be able to flow. So that's what this seems to be like to me, that once you have that flow down, you're going to move. You're going to get into the movement.
Yeah, it's second nature.
These techniques, at first, it's going to feel robotic. It's going to feel like choreography. But the more that you do it, like my dad, he'll do something, like my brother will throw a punch. He'll do something on him.
And you're like, what the heck was that?
And then he's like, I don't even know. I just did it because he's been doing it for so long. And I feel like that's one of these styles as well, that the more that you do it, the flow comes and you don't even have to think about what to do.
Totally. Like I'll show you a variation just to show how easy it is.
Yeah.
Again, if stuff goes wrong, it's just fine. We'll keep playing around. So like, again, it's not going to be clean, but say she throws the same thing, I can come almost more like this. So I'm behind her. And then look, since I'm in this position, you could always choke them out. But again, look at this weird trap in her arm. You can do the same thing. I could kick, but even this just slight change in position, I could choke her like this, kind of like elbow to the back of the head. You can do all kinds of stuff. Or I could just take this straight to the ground. There's so many options. You can go to the other side. Like, so yeah, why don't you try that? You're gonna go like more behind me with this one?
Here.
Yeah. So that's gonna be this. Yeah, and then if you just get behind, look at that. It's a whole different like choke type thing. You can still crank my knee. You can do whatever you want, and it's like it's a subtle difference, but totally different movement.
Right.
So it's just being
and just different applications, different entryways.
So like it's not gonna go clean, but be ready for anything.
For sure. This is a new technique. So thanks for watching this video, my ninjas. Make sure you guys support Philip here. He taught me some awesome moves. Go support his channel. It's also a martial arts channel, so you can find him.
Here. Thank you so much, guys.
And go ahead and spell out your name for us.
It's Philip, Philip, Hartshorn, Hartshorn. Boom.
Subscribe.